Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time, yet again, we ventured out into an area that we previously visited, this time being Route 16, and we caught a whole bunch of Pokemon that we didn't get there on our first visit. And this time, we are going to be heading out to one more area in order to grab a bunch of Pokemon that we did not get on our first visit to it. That area today is the Lostlorn Forest, and it will be the last area that we will be revisiting before moving onwards with the story next episode. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we did anything story related, but I figured we should probably seriously beef up our Pokemon Pokedex roster before things got too terribly out of hand, because as I'm sure you all probably noticed, I wasn't actually getting too terribly many Pokemon, and I figured that was something that needed to change. Now, is this the way I want to go? I actually don't remember how to get to this area. You know, I'll just meet you guys back here when I've gotten to it. I didn't go the wrong way, what are you talking about? Alright, here we are in the Lostlorn Forest. Now, as I'm sure you've all noticed, there is dark grass up there. Unfortunately, we are not in a position where we can access it. So, unfortunately, I am going to have to leave that for another time. Another frustrating thing is that breeder right there. Is he going to notice me as I walk by? No. Okay, we got lucky. Now, there are 9 Pokemon that I would like to capture in the regular grass, and a whopping 7 in shaking grass in this area. One of these Pokemon is Combee, which we are just going to try and catch right off the bat. Now, it doesn't really matter that this is a male Combee and thus is incapable of evolving, because we will be getting its evolution this episode just by catching it in the wild. So we don't have to worry about that, and we already caught it, which is very nice. Add that data to the Pokedex. This Pokemon is a set of 3. When they sleep, they gather up and form a giant hive of 100 Combee. And man oh man did they have fun with their primitive CGI tech when they did the Combee episode in Diamond and Pearl. They did some crazy wall building there. But anyway, I'm going to be running around in this grass here, and hopefully I will be able to encounter the rest of the Pokemon we need in short order. Like this one. This is Scyther, and it's actually quite rare, so it's a good thing that it showed up right off the bat. I'm not sure, but I believe we've only caught, like, 1 Pokemon in this area thus far, so starting out here, we're probably going to be encountering stuff we need pretty much every battle. Darn it, that would have been amazing. Very nice. Scyther was caught. Very much appreciate that. Now, its evolution cannot be found in this area, but rest assured we will be getting it eventually. The sharp scythes on its forearms become increasingly sharp by cutting through hard objects. As long as that hard object isn't my body, I'm cool with it. Alrighty, 2 down, 7 to go. Aha, here's something. Roselia is a Pokemon that we need in this area as well. I believe we already have Roselia's pre-evolution. People may feel free to correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure we do. And we will be getting its evolution this episode as well, so we're going to be completing quite a few evolutionary lines, which I very much appreciate. So, let's see if I can get a hold of this thing. And I'm asleep again, because of course I am. Very nice. Roselia was caught. That wasn't too terrible. Even more data for our Pokedex. It uses the different poisons in each hand separately when it attacks. The stronger its aroma, the healthier it is. Sweet. Alrighty, making pretty good progress. Aha, here's something. This is Miss Drevis. A bit of a random Pokemon to be found here, but I suppose it makes sense given this forest's reputation for illusions. Miss Drevis is an interesting Ghost-type Pokemon in that is the only Ghost-type introduced in Pokemon Gold and Silver. Interesting little bit of trivia. And for whatever reason, you can only find Miss Drevis in Gold and Silver in Mount Silver, which is the last area of the game. Not sure what the motivation behind that decision was. Man, catching this thing was more difficult than pronouncing its name. Oh well, we finally got it. A Pokemon that startles people in the middle of the night. It gathers fear as its energy. Kind of a boring Pokedex entry, to be honest. Feels like pretty much every Ghost type would make it a habit of doing that. Aha, here's something. Slackoth is yet another Pokemon we don't have. It kind of reminds me of my cat, in that it just sits around doing nothing all day. But I guess that's all cats, to be honest. Anyway, let's see if we can catch it. Very good. Gotcha. Slackoth was caught. If it eats just 3 leaves in a day, it is satisfied. Other than that, it sleeps for 20 hours a day. Yeah, the cats I know would eat a lot more than this thing does, so I guess that's where the similarities end. Alright. Our list is getting smaller. Ooh, this is a rather rare one. Man, it's late. Carnivine. This Pokemon's interesting. It's one of the few Pokemon introduced in Diamond and Pearl that just doesn't evolve, period. It's just its own thing. And for whatever reason, they decided to give James of Team Rocket one of these things in the anime, just so they could bring the whole grabbing his head gag back from when they got rid of Cacnea. But anyway, we caught it with pretty much no trouble at all. Using its tentacles to latch itself to trees, it lies in wait for prey, luring it close with sweet-smelling drool. Ugh. That's disgusting. Ugh. Aha! Murkrow is yet another Pokemon I want to grab. I like Murkrow, it's cool. It's a really simple design. I don't know what it is about Murkrow. I just like it. Anyway, let's see if we can catch it. Signs point to no. There we go, Murkrow was caught. Very good. If spotted, it will lure an unwary person into chasing it, then lose the pursuer on mountain trails. Good stuff. Or maybe not so good stuff. Depends on if you're a mountain climber, I guess. Alright, only a couple more. Ooh, that was actually pretty quick. This is Pinsir. Pinsir is another interesting Pokemon because it's one of those original Generation 1 Pokemon that just doesn't evolve at all. But because Game Freak was so kind to it, they decided to give it a Mega Evolution instead. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear here, so I guess there's really not too much special about Pinsir at this point. Anyway, let's see if we can catch it. I'll tell you one thing, this thing's submission attack hits really hard. I mean, ouch. It grips prey with its powerful pincers and will not let go until the prey is torn in half. Oh my lord, that is terrifying. Alrighty, there's only one more Pokemon I want to find in this normal grass here. Let's see if we can get it. Really? Well, it's not the Pokemon I was thinking of, but we got a Shaking Grass Pokemon to show up. This is Pampor. And as you can probably imagine, the other two monkeys are in these grass patches as well. So, looks like the water one is up first. Let's see if we can catch it. Really? Gotcha! Pampor was caught. Very, very nice. Even more data for our trusty Pokédex. The water stored inside the tuft on its head is full of nutrients. It waters plants with it using its tail. So it's basically like a biological watering can. Seems legit. Whoa, here's another Shaking Grass Pokemon that I found sort of by accident. This is Vespiquen, the evolved form of only female Combee, and actually quite a rare Pokemon for this area, so I'm glad we ran into it. So, I think I've said all that needs to be said. Let's see if we can catch it. Wow, one shot? That's surprising. Oh well, I'll take it. Vespiquen's data was added to the Pokédex. It houses its colony in cells in its body and releases various pheromones to make those grubs do its bidding. I like the idea of having a queen bee Pokemon. I'm surprised it took them so long to make a bee Pokemon, to be honest. Wow, even another Shaking Grass Pokemon before I can get a hold of the last one in the regular grass. This is Pansage. I'm sure you're seeing a pattern with these monkeys. So, let's try and catch it. Very nice, one throw, I like that. Gotcha, Pansage was caught. Add that data to the Pokédex. It's good at finding berries and gathers them from all over. It's kind enough to share them with friends. I remember back when this Pokemon was first revealed, but we didn't know what its name was. We basically called it the Broccoli Monkey for like a month. Does anyone else remember that? Ah, there it is, finally. Wild Heracross appeared. Fun fact about Heracross, you see how its horn is curvy? Females have curvy horns, and males have more pointed horns. Pretty interesting. This thing generally serves as a counterpart for Pinsir, even though Heracross was introduced in Generation 2. And they sort of perpetuated that by also giving Heracross a Mega Evolution in X and Y, which is pretty interesting. But anyway, enough with the trivia. Let's see if we can A, survive, and B, catch this thing. Nice, Heracross was caught. Took it long enough. Anyhow, no matter how heavy its opponents, it flings them far away with its prized horn. Now, that is the last Pokemon to be found in the normal grass, but before we move on to try and catch the last 4 Shaking Grass Pokemon, there is a hidden grotto right here. I'd like to go inside just real quick and check if there's anything worth noting in here. Hidden item? There we go. Growth mulch. Okay, I mean the mulches are honestly pretty much useless in Generation 5 except to be sold, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll check this thing periodically if my hunt for these Pokemon takes a little too long. But other than that, I will meet you guys back here when I've found another Shaking Grass Pokemon that we need. Seriously? I already have one of these. Why do you do this to me, game? Seriously, I don't even know what this game is thinking, but I have to knock it out in order to get something else to spawn in here, so... Sheesh. What a tease. Oh well. Aha, the last monkey. This is Panseer. Honestly, there's not much I can say about this thing that hasn't been said already, so let's just try and catch it. Very good, Panseer was caught. That is the last of the 3 monkeys. Very intelligent, it roasts berries before eating them. It likes to help people. That's specific. But I mean, considering how many Pokédex entries recently have talked about Pokemon doing really deadly things, I'd be okay with a Panseer just coming to help me out. Whoa, this is Honchkrow, the evolved form of Murkrow. Really glad this thing showed up so quickly, because these last few Pokemon are going to be a doozy to get. Anyway, this thing's a boss, let's try and catch it. Gotcha, Honchkrow was caught. Really quite painless considering that it's a fully evolved Pokemon. And did I say it was a boss? Apologies, I meant it's a big boss. If one utters a deep cry, many Murkrow gather quickly. For this, it is called Summoner of Night. Very cool stuff. I also like its hat. Although, as we learned about Machoke and Machamp recently, if it looks like clothing, that's not clothing. Ooh, an item. Super Repel, very nice. Might come in handy in the future. Aha! Roserade is something we need. Took a little while for it to show up, but now after this one we only have one left. If you couldn't guess already, this is the evolved form of Roselia, so I said we were getting a Roserade this episode, and I meant it. Darn it, that would have been awesome. Nice. Roserade was caught. That wasn't too terrible. Even more data for our Pokédex. Luring prey with a sweet scent, it uses poison whips on its arms to poison, bind, and finish off the prey. Jeez. Roses don't mess around. How long have we been working on box 7? Wow, serious progress here. Aha! Last one. Miss Magius, the evolved form of Miss Drevis. Really glad with how quickly this thing showed up. I was afraid I was going to be here for nearly a half hour like I was with Licky Licky last episode. But thankfully, that was not the case. What is the case, however, is it looks like it might be pretty difficult to catch this thing, so I'll meet you guys back here when I've done that. Yes, Miss Magius was caught. And let's add that last little bit of data to the Pokédex. Its cry sounds like an incantation. It is said that the cry may rarely be imbued with happiness-giving power. Huh, not the direction I expected that to go. Man, I don't know about you guys, but checking off the last Pokemon from my huge list here makes me feel very happy. But I would like to check the Hidden Grotto one last time before we leave. And nothing. Probably go check the one on Route 5 as well, since there are always Pokemon to be had. But yeah, I think that right there pretty much ends off our mass catching session for a while. Man, we've done a lot of these. I'm just going to head over and check the Route 5 hidden grotto and see if there's anything there for us to get. There is an item. It is a Great Ball. Very nice. But anyway, now that we are back here in Nimbaza City, I think that is going to conclude our mass catching session for now. Alright, what medal did we get this time? And there's no way it's as crazy as the last one. It is the Honored Footprints medal. I'm not sure how many hundreds of thousands of steps that is, but it means we are a very seasoned walker in the region of Unova. But anyway, now that we have done 8 episodes of these crazy mass catching sprees, the most recent of which we caught Combi, Murkrow, Misdreavus, Slackoth, Roselia, Heracross, Pinsir, Scyther, Carnivine, Pansage, Pansear, Panpour, Vespiquen, Honchkrow, Mismakius, and Roserade. Over the past 8 episodes of mass catching, we have obtained 115 new Pokemon for our Pokedex. And we also obtained the highly coveted and extraordinarily rare Pokerus. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and next time on Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we are going to be resuming the story and heading off to the next city. I will see you guys next time.